Right now I feel just like that, Emma. I kindly ask you to leave a like and any comments. I'm really doing my best for you. I'm 48. I have 2 kids already finished school. And a husband who a year ago went astray. The whole story is laughably stupid. He went with his friends to Sochi for the New Year holidays, skiing and all that. When he came back, he was different. For a week, he walked around gloomy, slept on the couch in the living room, spoke to me in short phrases, came home from work 2 or 3 hours later than usual. And then he announced, "You're of course a good wife. We've been through a lot together. We have wonderful children, a house full of comfort. But you have to understand me. I'm in love. And you, well, age is taking its toll. You're not the woman I love anymore. You're more like a comrade in arms. And besides, that's the gist of it, of course." His speech was much longer. I stayed silent and listening. And he just kept talking and talking about how, in just that 1 week by the Black Sea, he felt 20 years younger. How he discovered what real feelings are. How he had never experienced anything like this before. And only now, finally, he found true happiness. I wanted to argue, to remind him of what we had. There was love. We had it all. But every time I opened my mouth, I just froze. Turned out that I had love. And for him, I was just the one who bore children and kept the house full of comfort. What did I feel? As if I had been struck with an axe. Split from face to groin. Everything went numb. It felt like if I so much as moved, I'd die from the pain. Even my speech was slurred. So much that my son rushed me to the hospital. He thought I'd had a stroke. His grandmother had one recently, and he thought I looked the same. And then? Divorce. Division of property. We wrapped it up in 6 months. Relatives immediately rushed in to ask how I had let my marriage crash like that. After all, a woman is supposed to keep the family hearth burning. To protect the family. I was born in a village. All my relatives live there with matching views. Saying things like, "What, you didn't satisfy him or something?" Afraid he'd run off. And at first I even let myself get dragged into that guilt. Started analyzing what I did wrong. After all, we had everything like everyone else. Those famous borscht soups with dumplings. A clean house. Intimacy. Everything. I even stalked his mistress on social media. So what did I do wrong? I got older. I had 2 kids, not without consequences for my body. My breasts aren't the same, my stomach has stretch marks. And she's smooth young. Not a student, of course, but well-groomed. Fake eyelashes. An expensive manicure. A fashionable lady. For 2 months I tormented myself. To the point where I didn't even want to wash my face or comb my hair in the mornings. As if out of spite. Oh, I'm old? I've let myself go? Well then, to hell with it. Go ahead and bury me. Here I am, ugly, dirty, unkempt. In that state, I went to look at an apartment. We'd split the property into money, so I had to find a new place. I came in. Greeted the realtor. She looked at me for a long time and then asked, "Divorce?" I didn't even notice how I was already sitting there, crying my heart out. For the first time in 8 months. I sobbed and couldn't stop. And the girl just listened. Then she said something. And listened again. Later we went to some burger place. And talked. Sat there until nightfall. I wouldn't say she knocked sense into me. I think I just needed to cry it all out. I didn't want to show my pain to relatives, afraid of judgment. Didn't want to tell my sons either. I was scared my eldest would actually kill his father if I broke down in front of him. He was so angry at him. Didn't want to tell colleagues. In their eyes, I was holding up well. And I didn't have a close friend. And then a stranger. Understanding. Supportive. Saying just the right things. Just the right time. Basically, the abscess burst. And I started to heal. I bought an apartment. Started renovations. Decided to switch jobs. Transfer to another branch. I sat down and wrote a list of everything I had always wanted but couldn't do. Since childhood. Things my parents never bought me, things I missed out on because of studies, things I gave up because I was busy giving birth and raising children. It was a long list. I filled an entire notebook. And I started buying things, doing things, planning what I'd do soon. Or finding alternatives for things that were no longer possible. And then right before New Year, a miracle appeared. With roses, chocolates. I was wrong. I'll make it right. I can't handle the young one. And that's when I finally felt real relief. That complaint of his, that he couldn't keep up with the lifestyle of a younger woman, it was the final nail in the coffin. Completely severed any leftover feelings I had for him. I showed him the door. I don't need all that. To get back into family life just because it's more convenient for him? To hell with that. He ran around to the relatives. They all descended on me at once. Family is sacred. Yes, family is sacred. But we don't have a family. And judging by his own words back then when he left, we never did. It was just a union between a foolish girl in love and a pragmatic man. Did we live badly? No, we lived well. But it was my illusion. And without that illusion, it won't work anymore. It won't be good. Sure, there would still be pancakes for breakfast, movies in the evenings, barbecues outdoors, sleeping in the same bed with all that comes with it. But all with the knowledge that next to me is a stranger. A man who doesn't love me. To whom it's just convenient. And it's not convenient for me. Over this past time living without him, I've learned a lot about myself. About life and what I truly enjoy. What I like to eat. How I like to spend my evenings. I've learned to lie in bed on weekends until noon. And it feels so good. My son gave me a cat. My husband never liked cats, but I'd always wanted one. So that's how we live now. Me and the cat. And my sons come over on weekends.